ahead and get started very soon. I'm gonna get started. So when you guys start coming into the room and things, I sent some invites out. So hopefully they'll get this. They'll respond to this invite. And what I have to say is going to be very important. It's going to have a lot to do with this election as well. So um, we're going to go over um, Trump's policies and stuff like that as well. We're also going to talk about Kamala as well. I know she's like the talk of the town right now, and again, nobody's picking on her. It's just that she does a very poor job of not answering questions and trying to evade, be evasive, and deviate from what is asked of her. Because you got to keep in mind, with Kamala, there is there's nothing there's nothing that she stands on, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm gonna share with you guys her real policy. So that way, I just to let you guys know where she stands for real, for real. We're gonna go ahead and talk about that and things, because I think that's very important. I'm not gonna do. I don't do heavy debating with people anymore, and I'm talking about like your hardcore liberals, right? People that do not have an open mind at all. It's all right to have an opinion, and it's all right to question or be skeptical, because I get it, I understand. It's like I was talking with my cousin, and she has every right to feel the way that she does because she's thinking of the old uniparty, which is the old before Trump. It was just either Republican, Democrat. They both. It was all theater. They pretend to hate each other, but they are actually on the same team. And don't you find it very strange and bizarre now that they resort to calling Trump a Hitler now and all this other nonsense? I'm talking about for those that have a real open mind. Bushes were never, even though people out there did not like Bush at all, unless if you were rich and corporate and business. And there were some other people that were Republicans even then, but um, you never really saw any type of change. It was like business as usual. One cut tax for the rich type of deal. Big corporations keep it moving. Still for the war. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry about this. Yeah, so still for the war. Still for the war. And things for both sides. Democrats as well, still for the war. And back before Trump, you never seen it this bad. They would poke fun Saturday Night Live. They always made fun of every president that ever touched down in the White House. It was like tradition, but it never resorted where they have. I'm talking about the media and Saturday Night Live and all this other stuff, where they have gone over the top with this type of thing. Right now, they poke fun more at Kamala Harris right now because she's a meme in herself. You can't help it. I mean, they do Trump too. They do a very good Trump. What's his name? Alec Baldwin, some other ones. They imitate Trump on there. Damn, man. Damn, man. It's like this damn mucus, man. It's like I notice when I eat something too, it's not even dairy because I've been staying away from a lot of cheese. But what tends to happen is when I eat cheese and dairy, this is the type of stuff that I have to deal with. I see that we have someone in the chat here and things. I did send out an invite, so out of each one of you, which one of you guys, um, yeah, I'm just calling on this thing though, and things. I said I'm just gonna go up under this other channel because I'm having some troubles with Instagram right now. Me and Instagram is not really vibing very much, and things like that. And we pretty much know with these liberal platforms and stuff like that, we already know what it is and things. Though talking about the election, talking about Kamala Harris, talking about what's to come, things of that nature. So, welcome to the channel, whoever you are. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, so yeah. So other than that, yeah, we're just talking about it. I just figured, I'm inviting friends along with my cousin or whatever. I know people are working and everything like that. That's cool. But uh, at the same time, yeah, we're gonna be. I'm just trying to wait for them to show up here as well, and things like that. And then I know others will come. Because I said I was gonna go ahead and get this channel going. Because I know what the terms of service with some of these platforms. Because really, I got Rumble too. So you guys gonna hear me pitch my Rumble account, which is a random mail. So a random mail that's on Rumble. You guys need to start downloading, getting Rumble if you don't have it. Because with Rumble, I can I can really say things that I want to say, as opposed to, if you get on Rumble, I can really say what I want to say, versus on Instagram, Facebook, Fakebook, and all the rest of them, because they don't believe in freedom of speech at all. They believe in censorship, and this is America, so they want to stifle and take my First Amendment right away and things, which we have that right to have freedom of speech and things. So we can't allow them to take our freedom of speech away from us because it's very important. It's what the country was made up on and things. So thank God we do have other platforms out there like Rockfin, Rumble. There's a few others that's out there. So yeah. So if you guys are using Telegram, I would highly I would highly suggest to look to some other platform, because Telegram have already been broken. The CEO has already been compromised. Anybody that's posting on Telegram, they have your IP address, they know who you are, and things like that. So this is another thing. It's unconstitutional for the government to spy on its citizens and things like that. So I'm gonna be talking about this stuff as well. It's totally unconstitutional to be spied on and so forth. But excuse me, man. Yeah, it's just this mucus, man. But you can hear it in my throat, man. But I'm gonna do my very best and things. So you may hear me periodically clearing my throat and things like that. I invited my other friend on too and things like that. Cause like it is, man, we gotta start talking about this stuff. And like I said, we on the brink of really losing the republic if we're not careful. I'm serious, because like it is, you know, the things that are about to come down, about to go down, or whatever, though, it's a lot bigger, and you have to be made aware of it, and we have to be around like-minded people, and we have to start talking about this type of stuff, because like it is, don't you find it very strange that look at the View, and I can't stand the View, I can't stand ABC. All they have become is a political outlet. It's all political, and you may as well say that they're shields for the Democratic Party, straight like that. I'm just gonna say it what it is. They are shields, and they're being paid by the Democratic Party to say what they want to say and to do what they want to do. They always talk about their tolerance and their love and all this other stuff. It's not true. They're automatically one-sided to a particular group, which is the left, and things of that nature. Real journalism is not made of this. I don't even know what this show. I can't stand the View, man. I mean, and that's another thing. I've been on X, Twittering, or X, on X Twitter X. It's just saying we just need to boycott them, man, and stop giving ABC ammunition. We need to stop doing this type of stuff, because getting on these platforms and giving them ammunition, watching ABC for what? It's not even family programming anymore. It's woke agenda type stuff, flat out. It is what it is, you know. So this the type of stuff that we need to be watching, or we need to have that old school journalism like we used to, where they didn't give their own opinion. They told the news, asked the questions, and went straight down to it, instead of hearing people's opinions and ideas, or misinformation is what they do best. and I'm sick of it, man. So that's why I say, um, I'm over here right now just waiting on my other ride. But I said I'm gonna start this thing up. Whoever shows up or not, it doesn't matter, and things like that. Because I'm not taking no prisoners. It is what it is, though. We need to start exercising our freedom of speech in regards to this country. We're gonna be talking about some of the things with Trump and what he's doing. We're gonna be talking about Kamala Harris as well. And it is what it is, though. Thing about it is, she's a meme in her own right, and she's actually whoever her campaign manager. I don't think she really has one. I don't think that. I done heard stories about her that she's very difficult to work with. Most of the people, she had a high turnover rate. Over 90% people do not like working with her, and things like that. She's worse than Trump in regards to that respect. So she's like the number one in regards to that. When you can't be told nothing at all, and things like that. Because obviously, when you're looking at her, look at the campaign. She don't answer any type of questions. And this is something. I mean, what is this? What is? How can you get away this long? How in the hell? I don't believe the numbers. I believe these are fake push polls coming from the left when it come down to these fake polls and everything. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all, though, man. I just do not believe it because everybody that I have talked with, we did all this, the internal, or looking at the internal polls, whatever. Rock with her at all. It's hard to rock with Kamala though. She don't talk. How can you vote for somebody like that when she don't even tell about her goddamn policy? Do you know? I always ask people all the time, what's her policies? They don't know. You can't. What is this? So this is what I'm saying. It's like, what are we doing here? She doesn't even need to be on the platform. She don't need to be on the stage at all. She's not qualified. Been talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and we had a debate, but he wanted to try to record in her accomplishments. Like I said, that goes out the water. It wasn't no accomplishments. Willie Brown. That's why I say get the knee pads out if you know what I mean. If it wasn't for Willie Brown, she wouldn't even been in that position. Let's just be real. Let's be real, because I find it very hard to believe that she is this person that they're trying to pretend that she is. It's not adding up. And that's why I said, I wanted to talk about this a little bit because how in the heck, I just don't see it. They sabotage their own campaign. Whatever this shit is, I don't know what this shit is though, really, to be honest. You know, and we're gonna talk about it because I know what she stands for real. She's trying to play moderate, but she's far left. Her mother and father were both Marxists. This is on record. This is a fact. In their college days, they were Marxists. She's a Marxist. I never heard her mention about the Constitution, not one time, nothing at all. So that's another thing, right? So we're gonna go down through here, with what she stands for and what Trump stands for, straight like that. It is what it is. I have these debates with people, and I just prefer if if I'm wrong in regards to her debate, in regards to her policies, because really nobody don't really know. But I'm going off of her old record, what she truly stand for. She was worse than Bernie Sanders, far left, a far leftist. Even as an Uber driver, I pick up this guy when I get in the car. Democrat men, how can we rock with a woman? What do we benefit with a modern day being a Democrat today? They always practice. Well, yeah, we're for the blue collar. No. They're for the work agenda, DEI. We go down through the other things, no guns or whatever like that. Taking our freedom of speech away, open borders. What's killing America right now is the open borders. She been lying talking about the bipartisan with Trump and everything. This is bull crap. Trump had over 90 some odd executive orders in regards to the border patrol, border safety, and immigration. This is a known fact. I can Google and pull them up. That's why I was trying to tell my friend yesterday, though. He just repeated what Kamala said, and it wasn't true. She lies about everything. We catch her in so many lies. She's not even a black woman. Candace Owens even broke that story already. She's not a black woman. Not that we care about black or whatever, but she made it an issue. Kamala Harris made that an issue, talking about she was black. And the only reason she ran the black card because she wanted to get the black vote. But here's the thing about it: black people ain't we are. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't buying it. Jamaican, yeah, you could be Jamaican. You could be an Indian Jamaican. You could be an Asian Jamaican. You could be a white Jamaican, or you could be a black Jamaican. Well, black Jamaicans don't call themselves black Jamaican. They just call themselves Jamaican. Everybody call themselves Jamaican, but I would never pretend to be another ethnic race. But I know why she did it, because she needed the black vote. The Democrats always need the black vote. Every 4 years, blacks voted Democrat. We never got nothing. And you want to sit up here and talk about Trump, everything? 4 years Trump was in. You ain't never seen Project 2025 ever. Why would he want to implement Project 25 now when he could have did it 4 years ago? Now I'm getting a little bit hostile, but I mean a little bit riled up a little bit, but I calm down. It don't make any sense. You want to put this stuff on this man in regards to this? We had a great economy until they introduced COVID. Then they tried to blame him on that. Obama tried to take credit for what Trump laid down, because he's a businessman and he understood about the tariff taxes that he allowed and what he's going to do this time. You know this man is trying to get rid of the Federal Reserve. I don't know if you guys know this or not, or you may know this or not, but he's really trying to get rid of the Federal Reserve. And he's doing a good job of it. You realize that where Americans' money, inflation, we over 50% inflation. What if Kamala was so hell of a, she would do it now? Why we gotta wait for her to be in office to do something? You don't know her policies at all. What are we doing? We don't know anything from this woman. She ain't even a black woman. Candace Owens been exposed that. Went all through her lineage. Irish and Indian. In Jamaica, not black. But she ran with that. 2019, what were they asking her what she was? Oh, South Asian Indian. South Asian Indian is not black. It is what it is. She got white heritage, not black heritage. Oh yeah, I see the mama up there or whatever. Those people that they were showing in her book, not her relations at all. And there's Jamaican people that know that black woman in there. They would tell you that. Candace Owens, I told him, I said, go on Candace Owens, go there and watch the episodes with what she has to say. And he wouldn't even watch it. How are you going to have an opinion when you ain't even saw what she presented the evidence? If you have a compromise, watch what she has to say. Look at her sources, write the sources down, and research it for yourself and see what you want to come up with. That is how you discredit somebody. You defeat their argument by doing the research. You just don't defeat their argument and not do the research. And that's what a lot of people do today without doing the research. It makes you look idiot. It makes you look foolish when you do this type of stuff. We are not in that same uniparty no more. Before Trump, we were under a uniparty with the Republicans and Democrats. That's why I never voted, because it was all theater. Both sides were playing each other. No matter if you voted Bush, Gore, Clinton, it didn't matter. They were all rah-rah for the same thing. Neither one of them talked about the Constitution, talked about gun rights, all the rest of this type of stuff. I never heard one of them not one time say America first. You know who said America first? Was Trump. Trump said America first. He said we got to start putting America first. He didn't say all these army bases all over the world. What is the point of that? We're a super police force countries when we should be worried about our own. Democrats stand for big government. Trump is going to reduce the government by 80% with no taxes because we know it's going to be coming around when we don't have to pay income taxes anymore. And when you guys start experiencing that, that's why I say I ain't got to argue about nothing because you will see it in your lifetime, which is now. When he gets in there, you're going to see it. You're going to see what he's been talking about. Ain't no damn Project 25 can be found nowhere. That is nothing but propaganda coming from the left, and we can prove it. Even the Heritage Foundation CEOs of them even said that Trump had nothing to do with it. You got to stop listening to Hollywood elites and political elites that want to put a scare tactic to keep you from the truth. All these people, it happen to be crazy. Do you really want to know what the real poll numbers are? It ain't no margarine race. Shit, it's crimson red out there. For the whole damn map is pretty much crimson red. This is how much of dissatisfaction they are with this Biden-Harris administration. You had nothing with Biden. You definitely don't have nothing with Harris. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She bombed on all her interviews. That's why I was happy when she went on there on Fox finally, when she met with Brett Byrd. That was real journalism right there. He didn't hold her up with a bunch of softball questions. That's why she started getting upset. And if I was the journalist, I would be pressing her ass even heavier. Because she never gave no answer about that border. They were the ones, Biden and her. Biden even told you when Biden was at, what was Biden there? When he came out 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, he came out of nowhere, did a press conference, and told y'all that Kamala was very much the decision maker right along with him. That's what he said. I could pull up the audio. It's there. It's archived. This is what Biden said. He ain't lying on this woman. And he's still mad at her and Obama. It was a coup against Biden the way they did that. That's why Burr asked her, or what's the name asked her from, you had 60 Minutes. and the other, she been on a lot of different ones. The question was asked, and I remember, did you notice any type of cognitive issues with Biden and things like that? She will not go against Biden at all. She deviated from the question again, deflected from the questions. This is your champion? Are you serious? This is your champion? What is her policies then if this is your champion? Because you should be able to tell me her policies. If you can't tell me your policies, then you a bigger fool than I think you are. That's all that is, though, you know. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. Not for the majority of the people, though, because the majority of the people know that she nuts. Lack confidence. Don't have a plan of action. This is talking about, oh yeah, they got a problem because she's a woman. That ain't had nothing to do with it. Go back 2015 when Hillary Crooked Clinton was out there running. According to the statistics, she had the general population of the vote. I mean, popular vote was Hillary. Am I lying or am I? So that can't be the case. Talking about America just ain't ready for a woman president. No, if you come in there with some sense, and she couldn't match what Trump was offering. Trump has a plan about America first. He speaks the language of the people. He understands the people. He's been out here campaigning, J.D. Vance, they've been out here in almost every state, even in enemy territory and things like that. You think Kamala was doing that? No. She got to have two men to come out here on her campaign, Obama and old Clinton. Talking about she's a strong woman. That was the case then. Was she 30 minutes at a time? And she could be able to speak? You know, this is just crazy. Got to have a rock concert. Got to have people at a rock concert or an R&B concert just to be able to get people to show up. Because once it was over, people were leaving. They wasn't trying to hear that woman. She wasn't talking about nothing. She wasn't talking about nothing. You can get mad if y'all want to. You know, it's the truth. Because if she was talking about something, the numbers would say otherwise. They pumping those numbers up. They boosting those numbers up just to make her look good instead of looking bad. Because those numbers, she ain't nowhere near tied with Trump. Not for how the hell can you be when you ain't said nothing about no policy or what you gonna do? Turning the page to what? Open opportunity for who? And who's gonna pay for it? For these $20,000 money back that they don't have to pay back. Who's gonna pay for that? She never explained that. You know what that means? We gonna be paying for it, which means more taxes. And we're tired of taxes. We're tired of monies going into privileged institutions and things that's more and more taxes on top of it. It's us that's gonna have to pay for it. That's who it's gonna be. It's gonna be you're gonna be pissing more people off. People are fed up. They out here broke. They out here they can't seem to make ends meet. Credit card debt, car note debt, mortgage debt, insurance, real life stuff. The average American right now is drowning because of their failed policies, not Trump. Their failed policies. He was the one that stopped. Biden was the one that stopped the fracking. Yeah, you know what, man? Let's go into it, man. We're going to go into it, man. I got time today, man. Let's go into it, man. Hold on for a minute. We're going to go over these policies, man. I got time today. I got time today. Hold on for a minute. I got time today. It's like I was hitting his ass on the facts. We're gonna deal with the facts. Because all we gotta do is just look at the policies. Policies don't lie. We'll just say it like this. Because this is very, very important, man. What we up against. You know? Shoot. Black woman. Black woman, my ass, that don't got nothing to do with it. As long as you're talking sense. As long as you better have a policy or something, better show what it is. You know? I mean, damn, man, it's just crazy. So now, go ahead and get my thing over here real quick. Hold on for a minute. Because like I said, man, I got time today. You know, and I do these for these people. And like I said, I'm not one of these guys that just look for the smoke all the time. Because I'm really going to let people experience, you got to let people experience stuff, man. And people are slowly coming on board right now with this Trump thing versus 2020 versus 24. Look at 30% of the black men are voting for Trump. They're not voting for Kamala at all. Ask yourself this. They pulled up her record, talking about Kamala Harris. They found that 1,500 black men, marijuana charges, was for the cash bond thing. We're going to talk about it, right? She was for cash bonds in the low income areas. So if you did a crime or not, who was for that? It was actually Kamala Harris. Whether she was a district attorney or attorney general or senator, one of the ones, she did it. It was on her watch. That's exactly right. That's rightfully so. So I understand that certain people don't like to do the research, but hold on for a minute. Let me go ahead and pull up. Gotta pull up Donald though, you know. Donald J. Trump. Pull up his campaign website. Then I'm gonna pull up Harris's website. You know, because this is nothing more than the Biden administration on her end. She ain't about that life at all, though. You know what I'm saying? So this is basically what it is, though. I have went to a Trump rally. I've been there myself, and things. I was gonna go to a Kamala Harris myself just to see. I was just gonna look at it. I was just gonna actually look at it though, because I already know that her numbers are not there, man. I done heard stories of people that have gone and went, and they said it ain't nothing like Trump. I told my buddy I had to wait in a rally with Trump, and I waited 3.5 hours just to get through the door. It was so many people that showed up out there, and I'm not lying though. I'm just telling the truth. And most of his rallies, though, man, are huge. These people want to hear him. They rock with this man. So you can't sit up here and believe what the news media has to say. Uh-uh. Nope, because the numbers are not in her favor. And she done this to herself. Nobody done this to her. She done this to herself. These policies are real, and they're there. They're there. As soon as I pull this stuff up, because like I said, I got time today right now. You know, so that's the thing about it, though, man. This is what it is. We ain't gotta get out here and argue with people. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull this stuff up. Give me just one moment. Okay, this is what I need. I got my email on here. Hold on for one moment. I got my email on here. Nope, I don't even have my email on here. Let's see here. How am I gonna do this here? Just waiting on it. I'm on my tablet right now. Let's see here. Let's see here. Uh, let's see here. Come on now, come on and pull on up. Yeah, that's the problem though, man. People, man. And like I said, man, I don't give a damn today in regards to this type of stuff, because this way this country is right now, man. More and more people are being aware, though. That's the beautiful thing about it. So as I can pull this thing up here, man. Damn, it's this internet stuff, man. God, dog, on it. Hold on for a minute. Let's see here. Let's see here. Come on. All right. Let's see here. All right. Is this it here? He has like 20 bullet points on here. See, the stuff is on my phone, but I'm streaming because I can actually access it straight from my phone, but it's going to interrupt the stream and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, I didn't put it on my tablet at all and things. But let me see here. So, I'm gonna do this one here. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and just do this. Okay, with Harris has criticized Trump sweeping plans to impose tariffs on imports, calling it a national tax on working families, which would cost the household 400,000. Actually, I'm sorry, 4,000 a year. She is expected to have more targeted approach to taxing import, maintaining the tariffs. The Biden-Harris administration introduced some Chinese imports like electronic vehicles. Electronic vehicles. Trump has made tariffs on a central pledge in this campaign, he has proposed a new 10 to 20% tariffs. I remember him saying that on most foreign goods, and much higher ones for those from China, which he did say that. He has also promised the entire companies to stay in the United States manufacturing goods by giving them a lower rate on corporate tax. So to try to explain this and what this really is, to make it really simple, because the Harris thing got it all wrong. That's a scare tactic because they don't want America to thrive and be independent and everything. What Trump was basically saying is this: he said that he's gonna set up a ambassador to go out to the world where a lot of these American companies that have left the United States due to our old policies before Trump, and it started with Clinton under the it was actually they called it the NAFTA thing. That's where it started happening with the outsourcing the jobs and stuff like that. The Clintons was the ones that really, that's where we really started losing a lot of manufacturing jobs, steel industry and so forth. It all went to China, you know, but everybody voted Democrat anyway on the Democratic side. They because they liked it, his personality, called him the first black president, and all this other nonsense. But the outsourcing of those jobs actually started with Clinton. He was for that, right? So with Trump, he wants to bring the manufacturing businesses back to America, but you have to give the businesses a tax incentive because we already know government don't hire, the private sector hire people. Anybody knows that. So you have to make the tax laws, cut the taxes in order to entice them to come back. And he said that if you come back, I'm going to give you from 25% to 15%. So he was going to lower it any lower. He said he's going to lower it lower. And then what also Trump, what he said is that if you manufacture and build in America, you would never have to pay tariff taxes at all. You can ship your goods out to the world as well as in the United States and don't have to pay any tariff taxes. That's what he was basically saying. So think about it. American businesses, manufacturing would come back to America. We would start to be a superpower again like we used to with goods and services, manufacturing, producing like how America used to be. Except for there'd be some extra caveat bonuses because they wouldn't be subject to pay tariff taxes, importing, exporting, that kind of deal, not with American companies. That's why Trump saved John Deere. He saved some of these American companies because John Deere was about to leave out the United States. He saved some of the big three. They were about to leave out the United States. It was Trump's policies and the way I'm explaining it to you. This is how he explained it as well. So the people that's going to be subject to pay the tariff taxes importing goods back into America are going to be foreign companies, the way America used to be before before the government was taken over and Federal Reserve and all that other stuff. We're going into that a little later, but this is what ended up happening, right? So since now that the businesses, the American businesses, they won't have to pay no taxes and all this other kind of stuff, the tariff taxes and stuff. But the foreign companies, China is going to pay the biggest one, like he already had it set up before. Man, there was so much money coming into America when Trump was around. This is what create when you start having tariffs on other nations. Guess what? Americans don't have to pay taxes anymore because you have tariffs coming from other nations. If they want to sell goods in America, guess what? They got to pay the tariff tax. That's the way it should be. Tell me why. How is China paying little to no tariffs? But if we want to sell to China, guess what? China going to charge us up to wazoo if we want to sell products to China. Now, where's the fairness of that? Where the fairness came of that? Before Trump, this is what was going on with the Uniparty. I agree with you. Republicans and Democrats, both of them was on the take. That's why I say we're gonna get there. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get there. So this is what ended up happening, man. But he's gonna make this thing, man, look so damn good. Because one thing I say with Trump, he's a businessman. Guy's worth $7 billion. So all that bankruptcy stuff, you don't understand bankruptcy. Chapter 11 is totally different from Chapter 13, Chapter 7. You know, Chapter 13 you got to pay back. Chapter 7 you don't have to pay back. But Chapter 11 is reorganization. He's still worth $7 billion. He's not to know some things that average people don't know, regards to bankruptcy, taxes, and other type of things, right? Tariffs. Just trying to explain it to you a little bit more simpler, right? So this is basically what it is. So these other companies that's out of the United States, it's not American citizens, they're going to be subject to pay a higher tariffs if they want to sell products here in America. Because they are competing with our companies as well, though. Manufacturing is going to come back, as I stated before. He already no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, as well as no tax on the senior citizens when it comes down to the Social Security, things like that. The income tax thing is coming. I think he already had mentioned that the other day or the other night. For us not paying income taxes no more. You know why? Because the tariff of the money that's going to be coming into this country, the way that it used to be. He's in the process of breaking the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is nothing more than a private bank. It's owned by private. It's not a bank by the government. You know, but since it's been taken over by 1913, this is where we have the problem right now. You ever read the book called The Creatures of Jekyll Island? It explained that in full detail. So this is what ended up happening. The tariff laws and all the rest of this stuff. But going back to that, the central bank, it's a private central bank, right? This is basically what it is. You know? This is exactly what it is, the private central bank. So with this private central bank, what is it that they do? Well, they tell our government that they're not allowed to print money no more. Why can't they print money no more? Because they are the ones that are printing the money. And since they're printing the money and things like that, hold on, guys, I got to ride. I'm going to have to call you back. I'm going to have to get back on the live later. All right, peace.